Hello again, back again. Got the wrong. There we go. I didn't update my notifications. There we go. So we are back in ITSL, organised by the ITSL Hunter, this time with the USA, and we are playing Sone. Let's get going. Looks like Middle East scoring is probably the best bet. We hold NASA, so we know that's going to score. Very low in ops. We can go 4-4-2. Middle East scoring, definitely. The alternative is defectors, and if we get purge blockaded, that sucks. But there we go. Right. NASA, Arab Israel. One through up card will have to hold. Middle East scoring. Defectors. CIA, UN, IR. Not a high ops hand. If we get purged, it's real nasty. Socialist governments isn't great either. But we'll work with what we got. And let's hope 4VP gets us off to the races. Okay. Got away with that one. If the rest of the game can go that well for us, we will be very happy. Here it comes. Might still go Iran? No, goes for Italy. And is punished for their greed. We need to put 2 in to cover socialist governments. Socialist governments isn't the most likely, but we'd look like real chumps if they did have it. So hopefully we'll now go coup counter coup in Iran. I think we'd like to get off to space first if we can. With Arab-Israeli war. If we don't get blockaded, there's always the option of UN intervention on NASA. Oh, no coup for us. Very nice. Wow, but that's pretty hot stuff. So we do have to go defectors into Malaysia and Lebanon to ensure Suez Crisis doesn't clear us out. So now they know they're not going to be defected. Okay, spreading around is fine. They've indicated they don't have decol or destal. So we are going to space Arab-Israeli war and hope to get there. Great, well done, NASA. Every point counts. De Gaulle probably take South Korea. Marching, interesting. So we go one Thailand. They've moved into Israel, so there's part of me that thinks we just give them Egypt and have done with it and hope to get set out later. Middle East scoring has gone, of course. Means we can hold you an intervention as well. Need to remember to put one more in Italy to cover socialist governments which we have not seen. Oh, D-style, but for influence. Very interesting. I mean, to all intents and purposes, we have to rule that a misstep. But we'll take Thailand. My God, do we? No, you're an intervention it away. Shall we? Tough choice. What's left in the deck? The problem is with blockade, we're not going to use it on a 3-up card anyway. Will you an intervention NASA away, and if we get blockaded this turn, well played. Ah, okay. Lucky to avoid domination. Which kind of makes me want to spend 3 influence in France to get domination there, with it being the last scoring card. Not great. I think Marshall plans the play here before NATO drops. Suez denies domination. Decol causes us a bit of trouble in Thailand. But Suez is the only thing that really frigs up Europe, and they'd have to drop Europe scoring, which gives us a coup. So I think we go Marshall Plan. We want to make NATO really nasty, especially holding special relationship. Purge. Ooh, now blockade gets us. So we won't play into West Germany. Oh boy. There's a fighting chance they've got blockade as well. This could do for us. Coup on Panama, most likely. With Suez, though. Good coup, though. Good coup. So blockade really hits us in the nards. We will do what? We need to cover against decol, so we go 1 Angola, 1 Thailand. Oh man, I really hope they don't have blockade. Really, 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 really hope they don't have blockade. We're going to have to hold Warsaw Pact. So if they do blockade us, we can put 2 back into West Germany at least, and then we just have to hope we can get... Oh, they did have decol, gross. Okay, so now we have to use Warsaw Pact to cover Thailand. Oh, this isn't going well. I mean, we had a decent turn 1, let's not forget, so let's not be totally greedy. Getting Middle East and dropping Asia cheap and getting off to space was all nice. But now we're at the point where we badly need Europe domination. If we get blockaded, we are toast. We're kind of hoping they play NATO so we can special relationship into West Germany. So special relationship might be the hold card. So we've had some lucky escapes. D-style for ops is really good, but I remember in my early days I played D-style for ops in early war to take Asia. Was told by my opponent that I've pretty much lost the game as a result of doing that, and I remember I won. So I'm not ruling anything out, having been there myself. So you know, we'll play to the end of the game, not the start. Okay. Yep. Fine. Space.gov. Oh dear. The deck's leaning blue now. US, Japan, 5-year NATO. Oh, I mean, if they've got 5-year plan in Europe scoring, that's also nice. I don't know what I'd rather them have at this point. 5-year plan in Europe or blockade. Either way, it's not great. We'll make them play Vietnam revolts. Plus, of course, Independent Reds is back in the deck, so Romania could come to the rescue. That's really bad for us, but we'll deny adjacency to Italy. We can at least move into Indonesia and thereby deny domination in Asia in the headline phase. Ah, well, definitely Indonesia. Please, no blockade. Please, no 5-year plan Europe. Oh man, with Truman gone, West Germany would be such a nightmare. There is part of me that thinks 5-year Europe is better because although we lose 5 points here, we don't lose 5 points next turn and more throughout the game. Whew! Dodge both bullets. Hot diggity. Right, so we'll ditch Formosa and hold special relationship. Oh. Whew. Whew. So we got Europe scoring. Middle East scoring less great. I think Middle East scoring is probably the headline because we're not sure what they're going to get in the reshuffle. We got US Japan. They got 5-year and NATO. And captured Nazi, which is probably their headline. But we can't be sure. Scoring. They know we have Europe scoring, so I feel like we can't really headline it. They've also got Blockade and Comic-Con. Cambridge 5. Formosa. Middle East scoring. So I think Middle East scoring is the play here. And we hope to not see captured Nazi. And that's exactly what we do see. But they know they have to do something about Europe. And they probably ain't gonna. So Angola is probably the cleanest coup. If they do NATO, we definitely snap off special relationship. So I expect to see this being Angola. It so is. So we don't immediately need to respond. We will play Europe scoring. So they've got Comic-Con at 5-year, NATO blockade, and 2 unknown cards. There's NATO. Let's see what they do with it before we use 5-year plan. Okay. We're never going to stay ahead in the race for Asia, so we will play special relationship and gain another 2 VP. If they've got Asia scoring, well done to them. Africa is diabolical, but we've faded D-Style in South America, so evenly poised. In terms of scoring, yeah, evenly poised once Asia's scored, I guess, and with Africa the way it is, fairly even. I feel like we're unlikely to try and race for space. Because we can actually use most of the ops cleanly. Vietnam revolts, we'd have to repair. I don't know. I suppose there's an advantage to spacing Vietnam revolts because it doesn't threaten Thailand as much in brush war. Unless they flip it the old-fashioned way. No, they're just jamming Asia. That doesn't get them any more VPs, which suggests they're not holding Asia right now. So let's space Vietnam. And it fails. So that renders academic trying to get to the 2 VP spot. If they don't fill India, then an option AR6 would be using US, Japan to tap North Korea and South Korea. The EU. Okay, those are the two unknown cards. Okay, well that puts paid to that. So where do we go from here? France is protected against De Gaulle and Suez. I think we probably play into South Africa and force them to move into Botswana to get some mill ops by cooing. Okay, to space. Of course, the alternative is they could have played blockade and then... Okay, so we'll tap North Korea. Because then we can jam 4 into it with US Japan. I would have probably played blockade and then played 5-year plan for 3 clean ops. Rather than attempt space, but... Rather than jamming North Korea, of course. Oh, influence, okay. That's good for us. So I think we definitely have got choices here. Hmm. Boy. There's no obvious play here. We could jam Algeria, I guess? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Asia's miles behind. And with Formosa Revolution gone, 2. Pui, maybe we take Botswana, move into Jordan, and overprotect Vietnam against brush war. Ui. I mean, that doesn't look good, but I can't think what else is good. Yeah, let's not overthink that. Let's just get the mid-war cards. I think I saw Flower Power dropping into the pile. Grain sales. Hello. And NASA before Sadat, should we wish. Well, now I wish I hadn't played into Jordan. But Muslim Rev is relatively clean, so let's enjoy the fact it's a relatively clean Muslim revolution. It's got to be grain sales. Got to be grain sales. Yes. And we're looking for a nice clean coup on Zaire for triple real. It's purged again. Holy crispy crap. We will take Camp David and coup with it, even as we grizzle at being purged again. 3 or higher, please. Pretty please, with sugar and a cherry on top. Splendid. Thank you. So, we're going to event Nasser and Sadat, right? More or less. So we're relatively ops rich. All things considered, despite the purge, we could space to goal. I don't feel it's a turn to take an AR off eventing containment, frankly. Oh, boo! That'll do. Shame. Hmm. Thinking. This is largely going to hinge on whether or not I get another crack somewhere in Africa, or yeah, and who gets South America, basically. Those are the big deals. Well, space to goal. Hope they don't have one small step. And if they don't, we might also try spacing flower power to get to the 2VP square. Unless they space in riposte. Oh, dang it! You monster. Well played. Okay, so we jam Algeria next. Oh, well, we don't jam it because we've only got 3 ops, not 4. Bleh. Nothing more frustrating than calling for the card you don't want to see, but there you go. We'll event and repair Willy. Maybe hold containment through the term. Flower power would trigger brush war, annoyingly. So the alternative is we use containment for 2 ops. Double purge. So gross. So very gross. Lads. 22-7. What have I forgotten from the discards? There we go. Right, where did that go, most importantly? Tunisia for Dom. Very nice. But we'll have a coup on it to get our mill ops up. Should do the old-fashioned way now and take Siren States and Cameroon. We've got no read on their hand. I guess we do know if they have CIA. They'll have to use the China card. Straight Tunisia. Do we have another 2-op coup attempt on it? Fails a third of the time. I think we event Sadat and make them do something in the Middle East. If they've got Africa scoring, kudos to them for having ABM and flipping it. Portuguese Empire. Yeah. We will respond by overfilling again, but we're not going to use flower power. I don't mind a bit of ops warring in a scored region. Make them think twice. Space race, good. Oh, headline peaking, bad. Event and repair. There's your turn. Double purge, what fun. South America's going with Junta is beautiful, though. Mad props to that. So that'll be our headline, even if they try and drop DEFCON. And then we'll look at the rest of our hand. South America. CRG, nice. Kitchen debates. Independent Reds. South African unrest our space card. How I learned. And Arsenal. Could get quagmired here. If we do get quagmired, I will go Venezuela, coup Panama, because obviously if I go Argentina, coup Panama and miss, they can walk into Colombia while I'm in the trap. If it's anything but quagmire, got some options. CRG frigs things up less in Africa than I'd hoped for. But now it's mostly about dodging scoring card timing. Yeah, and if I'm eventing colonial rearguards, I think I'm going straight down the guts. Algeria, Sahara, Nigeria, Cameroon. The alternative is Algeria, Nigeria, and break Burma and Malaysia. But that wouldn't alter domination. This is not great, but survivable. And now, because I'm not quagmired, we will take the coup and Panama and play into Argentina. Big fail. Big success. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Well, next up should therefore be taking Egypt and pushing for control, which binds us into Saudi, I guess. We want to hold our Sknot, though. Oh, yep. Well, I mean, we're glad they didn't take that for VP. Let's not be greedy. We'll take South America for the VP now. Before they do anything shenanigan-y. But we'll need to take one of Iraq or Saudi to deny control. And we'll need to do some stuff with colonial rearguards. Ugh, behind on a lot of areas of the map. No more coups this turn, and we could always do the old AR7 how I learned. But again, these don't look like the card plays of someone who's got the scoring cards they want. Probably OPEC here, though. NATO's in, so Italy's protected against brush war. NORAD's back in the pile, so I guess we fill Canada with the last op. Way behind the battleground. Kitchen debates is dead weight. At least they've reached the point where they can't space 2-up cards. We've seen Voice of America go. But, you know, puppet governments is still bad. John Paul, Nixon. Emit, well, we've got some Middle East presence. Could try and ditch lone gunman. But I think Arsenal is our hold card this turn. Although if we're raising Defcon to 5. Lone gunman's not as much of a threat as usual anyway. So there's John Paul. Starting to get a bit of traction. Okay. So we'll space South African unrest. Oi. NASA, you did me so well for such a short space of time. Of course, there's temptation in an AR7 eventing of colonial rear guards. I just don't think that's going to fly. So a bit of disruption in Africa. Ooh, OPEC's up to 4 VP. Really have to hope we get dealt that so we can space it. Ooh. Okay, glad they didn't move into Cuba. So independent Reds retake Mexico. That could have been worse. They won't move into Nicaragua because they don't want to give away mill ops. Ooh, miss. Oh, that's really bad. That's really, really, really bad. So now we event colonial rear guards in order to disrupt a lot of things. Oh man. Now they can't realign South America, South Africa, and also retake Nigeria. And then we can raise DEFCON and hope to get some coups off in Africa. But that's hard. Whew, real hard. Downside of how I learned DEFCON 5 is, of course, CIA's a consideration. Oh, I mean, yeah. If we don't give it straight back, we run the risk of... But again, they can't... Alright, no, we'll hold on to the China card for now. I mean, culture... The problem is Culture Revolution... We've still got Nixon, and Culture Revolution really makes us look like idiots for not using it straight away. Although I suppose they're eventing a 3-up card to take back a 4-up card. We'll use Kitchen Debate. I give up the China card too freely sometimes. So AR7 event how I learned DEFCON. Oh, they've cooed now. Ugh. Okay. Oh, that's gross. But being able to Arsenal, Lone Gunman, and Asia scoring is pretty sweet. You'd rather do it turn 7, but this is too good to pass up. Can't headline Olympic Games because we will bury you as too big a threat. We'll ditch. The deck's got lots of decent blue cards in. What do we not want? Allende, we can space decol. Just deciding whether or not to ditch some of the 2-op cards. If they don't headline Africa scoring in riposte, there's some mileage to eventing nuclear subs, right? Because if they don't have Africa scoring, and they don't play CI in the headline knowing it's safe to play it, we might have a way back into Africa before it scores then. Less than we get quagmired. There's still plenty of time for things to go wrong. Ooh, tough board. Going for the big ops push. So we will ditch. Lone Gunman, Summit, Olympic Games, Defectors, and Asia scoring. Because we want to event, emit, subs, and dip. At least an event of missile MV may end the game here. And it looks like we'll want to use the China card so that we can use Cultural Revolution. Well, we've got ops. We at least have that. And I think it's unlikely we'll see CIA. So it's just who gets dealt it next hand. Okay. We'll go Chile. Cuba. And where's the last one? Let's go Honduras for the relatively stable battleground. Let's not give them any clean cooing option. Although they've got 3 ops to coup with, haven't they? So playing into Venezuela or Brazil would have been a big mistake. Forgot it was 3 ops, not 4. Will they go Algeria and try and sweep Africa? Well, that could have gone a lot worse for us. So we'll count our blessings. Event nuclear subs. And begin whaling on Africa. So big coup on Angola prior to realignment, then Cultural Revolution. Basically all these ops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oi, okay. Then the coup on Angola. Good start. Shame it wasn't another op more, but such is life. We got a chance to flip Africa control and nary a better time. Mm-hmm. Ah, interesting. So I guess we overprotect our battleground and pop another one back in Argentina. Using Alliance for Progress means we now can't use it for the VP. And I suppose if we played Chile and Cuba, it would have started to get attractive. But there we go. Next up will be the coup on Nigeria. And we'll be spacing, we will bury you, I guess? Yeah, we don't want a space D-style, do we? The missile envy's still out there. They could still crap the bed. Oh, self-trapping. You know I'm not a fan. Although they can ditch CIA to it under Brezhnev. Very smart, if that's what they've done. But we won't let that change our game plan. Still have a miss. Oh, nicely done. Bravo, bravo. We will coup on Zaire. Let's hope 50-50 is good. Not quite, but we'll have another crack of the whip. That's nice for us. We'll spread around South America. And we will coup with Emit then. One into Colombia wouldn't be shabby, but we just respond, Emit, one Venezuela, one Cameroon for domination. Nicely done. Break my own oath. Let's go for a nice big coup. Nice. 51 of the discards, dang it. Sock cover's gone. Good. Back up to speed. Space D style. See if we can get them to accidentally miss LMV themselves to suicide. No. But we can event duck and cover. And we got D-style straight back. So weird. Okay, so I've got them for Nixon, Panama, Brush, Boo, Africa, Salt, Missile MV, and Decol. Ooh, that's not great. Decol does a lot of damage. Still, I think we have to duck and cover. Although Cuban Missile Crisis... No, we'll duck and cover. We want the 3 VP, and we do want them if they make the mistake of missile MVing for it to cost them. But I expect to see Decol and or Brush War coming up fairly quickly. They're going to want to wreak some havoc in Africa. Well, we have a tricky situation here because we want to not play D-Style. Well, I mean, now we're in Venezuela and Brazil. D-Style is playable, so I guess we... Oh, dear. Well, I'm bloodthirsty. You notice that I didn't give them the win or give them another card. Um, uh, um, da-da. Well, might as well give the feedback in real time, eh? All right. All right. Well, thanks for watching. That's feedback given. I mean, let's look at the game board. I think it's reasonably evenly matched. Hold on. Uh, okay, yeah. No, I mean I'm out for blood because I lost yesterday, and I'm gonna get all the wins I can. So I appreciate the DEFCON suicide. Win's a win, and we'll move onwards and upwards. Right, that'll do for tonight then. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.